You are now listening to Shattercast Uncut. Prepare to be shattered with your hosts, Matt Baldwin, Skullface, Greg for Mercy, Oscar NJ Boy, T2RX6, Mega A1. Welcome to Shattercast.
Call is being recorded, so that means we're on. What's up, you fucking cyber geeks? It's the fucking cool table that you nerds are welcome to. This is my first time hosting, so I'm doing a great job so far. I will be hosting tonight's show because our buddy Oscar's feeling a little under the weather and a little exhausted. So he's been dealing with some work issues. If you follow him on the Facebook or the feeds. So, Oscar, go ahead and introduce yourself, buddy.
I am Oscar Alonso, and as of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today, I've probably worked a grand total of 45 hours. And I almost lost a day's pay because the temporary worker I chose on Tuesday decided to hide the fact that he had a lame leg from me and that he received a liver transplant like a year ago, so he really shouldn't be doing the type of work I picked him up for. And so, yeah. So what should have been one of the easiest days of the week, where I should have been home and showered at least by 4 o'clock, I was home and showered by 8:30. So I was slowly bashing my head up against the wall. But on the other hand, hey man, I'm gonna buy me a movie figure Grimlock because he looks badass.
Speaking of head bashing, we got our big heavy metal fan Antoine in the house.
Yo, what's going on? It's Mega. Just chilling.
And Mega just got a certain treat in the mail today. The biggest treat.
Yes, sir. I just got the Mid-Toys Giant in. It's really cool. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Say fuck Kirk with me. Say it.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Yeah.
I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe. Also, next up, we got Greg for Mercy in the house tonight.
What's up, you motherfuckers? How's it going? I got some mail today. No one cares about my mail.
What'd you get?
I got Stacks, who, contrary to Justin's bum figure, mine is pretty good, and I actually regret getting Huff. Should have gotten Crank. And I got Smart Robin.
Justin's got a fucking vendetta with those guys, man.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Speaking of Justin, T2RX6 is also in the building with us this evening.
What's up, everybody? Gonna have a Stacks review of my own for Friday.
Oh, looking forward to that.
That's tomorrow, right? Damn, it is. I gotta film that.
And lastly, who's had the biggest week of us all? The big week, the biggest? Mr. Deluxe.
How y'all doing? I got a treat. I got You're the Horse Starscream, and I don't care what anybody says, I love them.
We're all happy you overpaid by $100 for a Cybertron Supreme Class Starscream.
That's alright.
Actually, Matt, I wanted to ask you a question. How do you like those articulated hands on your $130 figure?
Mine? Oh, I love it.
They're great for fisting.
Yeah.
Me. I ain't gonna lie, I recently got in the mail since we're doing that. I recently got, Fans Project, Diesel, so my Intimidator, thanks to our local professor, Justin. He looks amazing. I also got, Unique Toys Mania King in the mail, so it was like a big fucking mail day this past Saturday. And I also got my Transformers, Generations IDW Armada Starscream.
Nice.
Which isn't bad, I really like that Starscream.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. I really like him. I mean, yeah, his legs are hollow as fuck, but whatever. At least he's not Roadbuster.
I'm with you on that, Jack. I got this week, by the way, this is Skullface, and I'll be hosting tonight, and I recently got, what did I get? I got the iGear Sharkticons, which I gotta say I like a lot. I like having 6 of them. I feel like I have, like, as a kid, you always wanted, like, a fucking shit ton of Sharkticons. I kind of feel like I have that now.
It's like very expensive troop building.
Right. Let's see what else. And I just picked up today from Toys R Us. I got the IDW Wave that I wanted, which was Scoop, and I got the Sky Warp because I couldn't help myself.
I did too. I'm not gonna lie. We're Seeker fanboys, so we can.
Yeah.
Minicons? God.
Well, I picked them up, man. I picked them up. They were there. And
I know they're no ugly. You're just like, God, I gotta get
I
those
was
things.
like, to hell with it. They were $12, and oh my God, are those things horrendous?
I was going to say, I don't want to hear about how you picked them up. I want to hear about how you put them down.
It is possibly the worst toy I've
But
ever
you can't
bought in my
stop
life.
playing with them.
It feels.
Your fall off.
Deluxe. I have stopped.
Did you?
Oh
I can't wait to see the review, man. I want to see the
so
review.
bad. I might take a hammer to it in the review. It's so bad. Like it feels like I bought knockoff GoBots.
Damn.
How many times did you walk up to the register and back and saying, "God, do I want these or not?" How many times did you?
I tell you, I just went for it because I actually had them ordered through Hasbro Toy Shop, but they were delayed, so I was on the phone with them. You know, and they were actually really cool. And I was just like, look, I found them in the store, and they're $3 cheaper, and I don't have to pay for shipping. Can you cancel them? And they were like, yep, canceled. You'll receive confirmation email in about 20 seconds.
That's good.
Yeah, it was.
I'm gonna have to do that.
I'm the one that walked back and forth with them like 2 or 3 times and
Did you?
put them back. And then like later that night, I went to go get something else from the store, and I ran back there and grabbed them.
Knock off
I
GoBots.
had to know.
That is the best way I can describe them. There's nothing good about them. While I'm transforming them, they're falling apart in my hands, like stuff's falling off the ball joints.
It's probably hands down the worst figure in the IDW line yet. Those are bad. I mean, I got mine, and this is like one where like I did the same thing Greg did. I walked back and forth with them. The difference was my girlfriend looked at me and she just goes, "Okay, seriously, you're like creeping me out." She's like, "That's the third." She goes, "That's the third time I turned around. You've been gone." Except this time, I know where you went.
It's an important decision.
You know, she goes, "Just put them back if you're not really sure of them." You know, and.
Right.
And I was like, and she's like, grab the orange guy, she's Scoop. So I was like, you know what, fine, I'll grab Scoop. I grabbed Scoop, and he turned out okay.
Yeah, Scoop's pretty cool.
So the next day I go to Target thinking maybe they're restocked, and I'll finally find a Sky Warp, and then there are the Minicons. I was like, you live once, right? YOLO. Grabbed it. I go home. I fool with them, and I go, oh no, this is probably the worst investment idea ever.
That is probably the best description of that set that I've ever heard. YOLO.
Yeah, I had my wife pick them up. I left the store completely. I just grabbed Starscream and a Scoop, and she picked up the Minicon for me. She's like, well, I like the purple one too. So she got me Skywarp also. So I was like, oh, these are bad. The armpits are just hollow and just...
Yeah, I didn't get, my biggest regret right now is that I didn't get the Starscream one, so I just have Thundercracker and Skywarp. So I'll just have to pick that up, but maybe a TFCon, like a $5.
Yeah, you can find them for...
I got an extra Starscream if you're looking for a FOC Stars.
Yeah.
I got an extra one.
Nice. Yeah, we
I
can.
could, yeah.
Now, not to run this to the ground, I just have to ask just real quick, how do you like those Target Masters?
The actual...
Scoop?
The actual gun
For
boxes
Scoop, yeah.
themselves, they're kind of cheesy, but they look stupid as guns, and they don't really look good as robots.
Really?
I thought they look pretty good.
I think that it's the handle bit. It's the handle bit that annoys me between the legs. You know, where it's like where it doesn't hide well in robot form, and then when it's a gun, it doesn't really look.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's like, you look at Nightstick that came with Cyclonus, and that's not a bad Target Master. And then you look at these and you go, the only good thing these have going for them is the fact that they could probably have a 3-way with rewind.
There's good, especially like on the blue and yellow one, like that's some good paint apps. I can say that.
And detailing.
Yeah, and detailing. Yeah, I can say that. But it's just like when they're standing there with a big handle between their legs, like so to speak.
So Bobby, you're not a fan of people who can't hide their handle between their legs? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I've been full of self-hate my whole life. Speaking of deluxe figures, this week was Toy Fair, and Mr. Deluxe has been absolutely beside himself with glee, and changing pants every hour, and just real quick, I want to go down and we'll just before we get into all these figures, and what was your overall thoughts of Toy Fair? Let's start with Deluxe. It's his night. It's his special night.
Overall, I really thought it was good. I mean, I like the way Hasbro's going, in some directions. Jetfire, awesome. I can't wait for him, and he's only going to be $45, so big plus on that. Roadbuster, great in vehicle mode, terrible.
Just generalities, buddy. We're going to be going through all.
Okay, I'm sorry. Overall, I was pleasantly surprised.
So excited.
I was pleasantly surprised. So
What about you, Antoine?
All right. Well, overall, I thought it was okay show. More likely to probably go after the Jetfire and the Dinobots a little bit, but
right. T2RX6.
I don't know. I think I was apathetic for most of it. I got a little excited for some Dinobots. And a couple movie toys, actually. And then I started thinking about the Dinobots, and I got apathetic again. But I mean, there's some things that are really cool that came out of there, and there's some things that just aren't for me. So,
Greg from Mercy.
I laughed. I cried. I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
And then he cut himself off playing Justin Bieber.
And he masturbated.
But there was some stuff I really liked that I saw, actually. I'm usually the naysayer, but there was some stuff I liked. There was some stuff I really hated. And we'll get to that later.
Jersey, overall thoughts?
Bottom line, big disappointments for Roadbuster. Again, like I mentioned it in the video that I did. It's just more and more looking at him in robot mode is just detestable. Skybite, kind of looking forward to him, not really. The movie figures, Dinobots, really want Grimlock. I mean, God, it just looks like a Saxon badass, but they just fucking killed that awesome club spear thing he has with that handle protruding out of the staff. But I think I can mod it if I get my hands on this figure. And of course the Jetfire, that's fucking bought. That's not even an argument. You don't own that Jetfire, you hate America. But
I've always wanted a jet with a jetpack.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
I'm not done.
Sorry.
I'm wrapping it up.
Know your role.
Well, we're gonna go through them. We're gonna go through them. I just, it's your overall.
All right, yeah, we'll do that. Okay, I can wait. But the Dinobots, Slash, no, never bought.
No.
For any of our listeners out there who want to feel like Oscar's trying to get in your pants, I highly recommend checking out his YouTube channel where you can find his full thoughts of every single thing.
I was kind of disappointed with the overall reveals. I didn't feel like they really revealed much. Most of the shit we've seen, with the exception of the movie stuff, which I don't really have any interest in. The only thing I was really me personally, as a fan of collecting, the only thing that really did it for me was the play art stuff. I don't know if you guys caught any of that, but there was some fucking gorgeous play art stuff coming, Watchmen stuff, and
I did.
Stuff like
Some of them look really good. The Watchmen stuff, definitely.
Yeah.
And some of the Masters of the Universe classics, I'm not even into that shit, but I'm considering it after seeing some of the stuff they had.
Nah.
Nice. I'm trying
Don't
to
get
find.
Into it.
Yeah. Well,
It'll ruin your life.
Don't fucking tell him that after you fucking got me into it.
Hey, you fag! What's the matter with you?
It's like a pyramid scheme. I had to pass it off to somebody else.
So what about the Dinobots? What about the Spinosaurus?
Scorn slash Slug.
Oh, what a name.
They look good. I mean, I like them. They're really colorful. I think that's going to be appeal to kids and stuff, But overall, for adults, I think it kind of tickles the G1 thing kind of a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Did you say it tickled your G-spot?
Yes, it tickled it a little bit. Grimlock was, it's Grimlock.
Wait. Does Scorn have a fucking eyebrow?
Probably.
Yeah.
He's giving up. He's like, probably.
I was showing my daughter was sitting on my lap. She's like a huge Dinobot fan girl, I guess. And she was sitting on my lap, and she was like, we were looking at these pictures, and we started off with the Spinosaurus, and she got excited, She's like in her head, it's like, oh, a new Dinobot, I can add him to the team. She's like, who is that? And I'm like, apparently it's Scorn. Scorn's his name. And I hit the the arrow button, which took me over to robot mode, and she was like, "Ah, turn it off." She was like, he looks like an insect.
That's funny.
Um,
Kids say the darndest things.
Right.
In this case, this one's very wise beyond her years.
She
But
is. This bot mode for Scorn. He has a little bit of I mean, I hate it. I'll be honest with you. I like the dinosaur bit, like the Spinosaurus. But I think the robot mode looks stupid.
I think all the Dinobots look like those Lego Bionicles. To be honest, like everything about them looks like Lego Bionicles.
I'm hoping they are greatly mistransformed. Because to be honest, what I really like the most about the Dinobots, with the exception of Slash, because he looks like he's wearing an upside down hula skirt, is all their, if you look at all their head molds, they're very like, we're supposedly like, Optimus Prime, Drift, and the others are very like Asian design inspired. These guys are more like medieval times.
Mm-hmm.
They all look like they're wearing knight helmets and stuff like that. Especially Scorn. Like if you were to paint him black, he's the Black Knight from Monty Python and Holy Grail.
I was just gonna fucking say that. I swear to God, I was gonna
just
say
put a scratch, chopped your bloody leg off. But it's, I look at him and I just go, and this is why I like him, for the exception of, again, the Slash. I'm emphasizing how bad that one is in particular. But, the thing is, I look at this, and to me it appeals, because I'm a Dinobot fan too. And it appeals to me, and yet I look at this and I go, wow, some people might hate it, like Skullface, and yet I'm left wondering, I like this, and I want to know, why the fuck did Beast Wars Dinobot not get a type of body like this? Except we got one that has a dino head that protrudes from his chest like a fucking tumor. And I look at these fucking things and I'm just like, God, these are so much better. And this is a movie figure.
I do get the feeling, no real fucking pictures were provided of it, but like just from looking at them and like the cohesiveness of them, I do get the feeling they are going to look pretty fucking cool when they're all together in Dino mode.
Oh yeah, they'll be like the Seekers. Yeah,
because they follow a pretty similar aesthetic. Like,
yep.
And remember, like in the actual movie, they're not going to be like fucking bright purple and blue. Yeah,
I just think they did that for the kids. I think they, colored them that way, so because kids like bright, colorful things. I think so. I'm thinking that's where they went with that.
But didn't they specifically say that fucking, the Generations line, which the movie is now considered a part of, toy-wise, deluxe-wise, is not, they're doing them for collectors?
It's a split though, like.
Yeah.
One side, yeah. Like
I'm confident that they're aware that collectors will probably repaint these things themselves if they're not happy with the color schemes.
Yeah.
So
I think they're more geared towards kids, and I don't care what they say. It's more for the adult collectors. They know where the money is. I mean, kids are going to want to buy these. I mean, adults will too, but I think they're more geared towards kids.
Hey, not to talk actually really about the toys, but just like you kind of referenced that plan slide we saw. Two things about that. First, I like how they consider the kids, like the rescue bots, the recruitment age. And actually three things. Did you notice the collector? And he's like in J.C. Penney catalog model. Like, he didn't collect fucking toys. And third, did you notice how every one of them has a bumblebee on their shirt?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bright as fuck. There's a bumblebee for everybody.
It's true. You were going to say something about...
Yeah, I was going to say, so of the 3 or 4 deluxe Dinobots here, which one does everybody like best? If you had to buy one, which would you get?
Had to buy one. Let me see.
Yeah.
Slug.
What are we calling the Triceratops?
Slag.
It's Slug. It's Slug.
Slug.
That's not what I'm calling them.
Yeah, I'm calling them slag, but in England, slag's like this massive, insult word.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you see in Dark Cybertron where
he renamed himself? Yeah, he changed his name.
And he's like, his RC said that was a bad word, or it was offensive. Yeah, I thought about that.
I like Strafe too.
I have to say it.
No, it would probably, if I had to buy one and only had a choice to buy one, would be Scorn.
Yeah, I gotta say it would be this. Oh, I don't know. I might go with.
Well, Strafe.
Yeah, I might go with Strafe.
I like
too.
Strafe. He's my
Strafe's
favorite.
pretty tight. I mean, especially robot mode. He looks pretty fucking badass.
But you know what annoys me about Strafe? Is the fucking dual-headed fucking pterodactyl. Like,
you don't like that?
No, I don't fucking like that.
Oh man, on the
What kind
in
of
robot
dinosaur
mode
is
or
that?
beast mode?
What kind of
You know
dinosaur
what?
is that?
It's the worst part of it. Like, they should have just given him one head.
Yes.
No.
He'll make a pretty awesome, like Predacon on a classic shelf if you just want some generic Predacon.
God damn
Well, the
it.
only thing I don't like about Sludge is, like Oscar said, is those damn weapons sticking out of his ass. It's like,
Yeah.
what is that shit? I mean, really?
No, they look like they poke into it. They store into his sides, which is just stupid. Like,
Well, hopefully
if
you
that's
take 'em
your
off.
idea for weapon storage, you fucking failed on that design, man.
Here's the
But,
thing I don't strafe. We saw on that box art that came with the first edition Prime, whatever, there is clearly a, I don't know what the fuck you call it, a Petrodon or whatever, that looks like Swoop. Like, we
Yeah.
clearly saw that. So who the fuck is, and why isn't he in this lineup?
I don't know. I think that this toy is the best transformed. Like it, it looks like when it's in bot form, like it doesn't look disproportionate just to make it transform like a lot of the other ones do. But it's just the idea that like they just put 2 fucking heads on it for the sake of putting 2 fucking heads on. Like that should they're the fucking Dinobots. They should all be modeled after dinosaurs. I'm even okay with the Spinosaurus and the Velociraptor and whatever. But why in the fuck did they need to put 2 heads on this fucking thing?
I don't.
So they can recall it to Double Dealer?
It's just obnoxious.
Yeah. I do like it in robot mode how they're split up like that. I like how Grimlock, how you can split his teeth up and all that stuff. I like that.
Yeah, I do have to note though, for Deluxes for the main Autobot line, Drift is bought. I'm buying Drift.
Oh yeah,
that
Drift?
is.
Yeah.
Does look
Crosshair
good.
looks good too.
You know, honestly, I thought I was in for Drift, but the more I look at him, the less I end up liking him. Like, I can see exactly how everything transforms, and I don't know, he just kind of looks a little boring to me after that. Like,
I'm not buying
the robot looks cool, but
I'm not buying him because it's not I don't collect the movie stuff. But I will say that like
How about it's Mark 5?
Oscar knows the way to my heart. But
That's why I'm buying him. I'm making a video with just him sitting there going there.
Mark 5.
But I will say that like he does look like if I had to buy one of these, like I would buy Drift over the Dinobots because he looks a little bit more solid than most base stuff. Like he doesn't look as spindly. He looks like blocky, which is the look that I like of Transformers.
I think maybe if this guy gets redecoed into something cool, then I might pick him up. I don't really care for him in blue. So
yeah,
they'll probably have a red and black shattered, universe version of him.
I could do that. That'd be okay. Yeah. Maybe I'll just get one and just paint it. I haven't painted something for a while.
It's better than buying a Cybertron crosswise and, writing Drift and taping it on the side of the door.
I personally am a fan of that, but it's more to do with the whole lore of it rather than the custom itself. You know what I mean?
Guys,
what y'all think of
great custom, bro?
What y'all think of Nightblade or Not Beaten Windblade and Jaxus?
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
They're deluxes. My bad.
Yeah, but we're moving on to movie Voyagers.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. They're generations. I apologize.
So we got Hound.
Bulkhead.
Right.
That ain't Hound.
No, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see it.
Let me tell you the first thing wrong with this figure. If you look at the second image there, look at those fucking forearms. What is that supposed to be? A tire? Or is that like a fucking bullet belt that just fucking combines into four? It's like the worst design for that thing ever.
That said they pulled the inspiration from wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
I mean, my God, dude, like he does not look like he's built the whole together. Like I love the fact that he comes with like 80 guns. That's fucking badass. That's all. Yeah, that's awesome. He's even got a knife. That's cool. But why the fuck would you murder an aesthetic like this by giving him, let's give him like the world's worst forearms. So that way we can, well, let's face facts, the 3D printer's broken, so the only thing we can do is this.
And we're not fixing that like, I'm not, once again, like, I'm like looking at these toys from kind of a different perspective because I know I'm not going to get any of them, so I'm looking at them and judging my thoughts on the movie, and I am feeling the look for the movie. Like I do feel like it's a little less like airy. You know how like a lot of those like Bayformers are like there's so many open gaps between everything, and I kind of feel like this is a little bit more like the Dinobots and this are a little bit more solid.
I like how their faces in robot mode don't look like fucking animals or insects.
Right.
I told you when I saw that piece of art and Hound's chewing on a fucking bullet, and I thought it was like a cigar, and he's chewing on a fucking bullet, dude. I'm sold.
Of these Voyagers, Hound is definitely, I think I gotta get him. Like, the forearms are weird, I'm gonna find some way to fix that, and I actually am gonna take his head off and give him a bulkhead head.
I will reserve my purchasing of him till after your video, so you can go ahead and take that risk.
Sounds good.
What about,
I'm getting Dinobot and Hound, and maybe the Optimus Prime. Galvatron, I don't know why he's a truck.
Galvatron.
Why is he a truck? I don't understand that.
It's probably hands down the worst designed figure out of the entire lot. It is
like
cheap.
It just opens up.
It looks rushed. It is the essential definition of what a shell former is. If people didn't get the idea from that god awful leader class Optimus Prime we got.
Which is a shame, because the truck looks so good.
It does, you would think like maybe that shit would fold up and store a little differently, but it's essentially just cracking them open, roll out the legs, fold up the wheels behind it so it doesn't look hollow, and there's Galvatron. It's not Galvatron to me. It's a fucking, I don't know what it is, but...
It'll stay in truck mode.
Everyone else look at the truck. Doesn't that look like it should transform like Plastic Optimus, the Voyager?
Yep.
It does, yeah.
But it doesn't at all. It's like,
like that wind shear on top would make great shoulder pads.
Or fake windows or a fake cockpit. They put like fake hinges on it. And like fake panels, like, to make it look in vehicle mode like a better toy.
This looks like a mess to me.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It's an absolute train wreck.
If I do get it, it's gonna stay in truck mode. I know that.
What about G1 movie Optimus?
He is so bad, I need to have him.
See? Now, Oscar, this is somebody, anybody who's like, who listened to us on GMC or GEC or whatever, and knows the history of Oscar and mine's opinion on shit, get yourself a notepad and write this down. This is Oscar and I agreeing on a Hasbro movie product that it is a good thing.
Yep.
I can't agree with that.
It looks like one of those fucking construct bots.
Now, I'm not saying I'm buying it, but I am saying that I know now by looking at this, when I see a red flat fucking face truck and it says Optimus Prime on it, I fucking like it.
I'll be honest. If this was how Optimus was from the beginning, that would maybe be one thing.
That would have been awesome.
But I look at it and like that first picture of him, like his face is so angry looking. Like he just looks like he wants to murder somebody.
Wouldn't you be pissed off he got shot all the damn time?
Maybe, and that might be the reason I need to have this is because of that.
He is pissed off. He gets fucked up every damn movie. He's like, man, I'm pissed.
Yes, Autobots. Oh wow.
I don't.
That's nasty.
I'm not gonna buy it, unless I see it like, on super clearance. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I think I dig it. I think it's really cool. I'll put it to you this way: if you're not comfortable buying the Toy World Optimus Prime, which I'm convinced they should not have made still, but with the repro labels gave it reason to exist. If you are not comfortable paying that money for that Toy World figure, this is your best, safest alternative besides MP10.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Yes.
Not for bot mode.
No way.
No,
vehicle mode, bro. Vehicle mode, bro, is perfect.
Vehicle mode, yeah, fine.
Vehicle. I never said jack shit about bot mode. Even though he looks like he's the only Voyager with fucking wrist articulation.
Yeah, that's true.
But, that's your best bet for vehicle mode.
Look for Shattercast memes that say vehicle mode, bro.
Your best bet for vehicle mode would be buy a fucking model.
Yeah.
Just saying.
What's with this super tiny crotch? Like, why does it look like the first picture seriously looks like they just pasted...
Justin?
What?
Not cool.
What?
Not cool.
It looks like he needs to take his belt off or something. I don't know what's going on there.
Don't judge the man.
Like, does it not look like someone just, like, photoshopped the top half of the toy onto, like, something that doesn't belong there, and then
It does look like it's
legs
crudely
onto
cut
such.
out. Like, I could see pixels. But,
Well, I see where Bobby's coming from. I mean, this man has fought for your freedom, 3-4 times now? So, I mean, don't judge the man by his, equipment, judge him by his character.
even though,
Just saying.
even though he's very well hung, that's for sure. Balls off there.
Every time he comes back, he loses an inch.
He has to shave an inch off every time to get his life back. That's like the deal he makes when he dies. He has to
That's his health meter. Like Street Fighter.
Okay, Grimlock.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him definitely.
I like how the head splits for his shoulder pads. I mean, he just looks badass. I mean, I like it a lot.
And I know I'll be buying all these for my daughter, but this doesn't do it for me.
You know what? I think it's the best version of Grimlock, though. I
Yeah.
don't think that any of the others are better.
The other movie ones?
Yeah.
Which, may I say, on a certain Facebook post, some jackass seems to be insistent that this is the leader class figure, when in reality, everywhere else you look, it's listed as Voyager.
Right.
Hey,
So-
say it. It should have been the leader class figure.
What about those little arms on the hips? Like, trip me the fuck out. It's like
He's like Mini-Me. He's like, "Rawr."
I wish you could have him like fold up, like cross-armed in front of him, like.
What movie was that from? There's like a movie where like the guy has like this other like fucking being coming out of his stomach.
Total Recall.
There you go. Yeah, you can like lift up his waist plate, and there's a face there, and then you just adjust the arms on every side. It's just like me, little Grimlock on the phone. Nom nom nom.
But I do kind of dig, how all the faces kind of have that medieval look, and they'll look.
Grimlock straight up screams Saxon warrior. Like it's not even like medieval. Oh my god, he just looks straight up bad. I am buying this guy hands down.
Oh yeah.
I am, but I'll be buying it for my daughter.
Sure.
And then I'll never see him in robot mode because she'll fucking lose her fucking mind when I go to grab him to fuck with him. What are you doing?
Don't touch your stuff, man.
How about you play with your stuff and I'll play with mine?
She's a better collector.
Yeah. Because she'd have to fucking pay for it.
Oh.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think the chest, I don't know. The fucking dinosaur mode doesn't look great to me either, to be honest.
I like it.
Ugh.
Yeah, I like it. I think it looks badass.
I think it does a good job being a mechanical dinosaur. So.
Alright. I mean, I guess it's just me. Greg, are you with me or are you against me on this too?
But why does it got to be for and against?
I'm a black and white guy, man.
Yeah, you fucking racist. That's racist. I remember how you didn't like Motormaster because he was too black. But anyway, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's all right. I like the robot mode. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not going to buy any of these. So, I'm with you, Bobby. I'm along for the ride.
Yes.
I'd like to see it in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
So,
I'm not going to justify it.
to the bread and butter of Transformer collectors, Generation Deluxes.
Oh, I thought we were about to talk about third party.
Oh, you can go back on the toilet, dude. It's cool. We'll call you.
Deluxe. Deluxe, would you like to...
Vehicle mode, bro. Vehicle mode.
Would you like to give your thoughts on G-Axis?
Out of the three, it was the worst one. I like it as Starscream, but the modding of it, and I just... I mean, more likely I will pick it up because I do pick up everything, mostly. But, no, it's better as Starscream than it is this one. No.
Yeah.
He look, I don't, is he smiling or is he laughing at you or?
I think just like a, ah.
Okay.
He's laughing at
G-Axis.
you. Just spent $12.
He's like, I got you. That's Hasbro just sticking it to you right there.
It's just like how Skywarp was packaged with his head hung down in shame because he was like part of this wave. I'm sorry.
But I was pleasantly surprised with the Wingblade. I'm really digging it.
Give everybody else.
Oh, give it. I'm sorry. I ejaculated too
You get
soon.
too excited. You get too excited.
Ramming your keyboard with your erection.
Anybody else got thoughts on G-Axis?
I think you make a better
I want to.
Oh, Oscar, you pronounced it just fine.
Oh, sweet.
I'd like to quote a wise man here. Do they even fucking read IDW?
Right, man. Exactly.
Like, what the fuck is that shit?
I love that red, the hue of red all over this figure, and that orange and that yellow that's on him.
I like that hue of suck
wait.
that tells me I'm going to save fucking $12.99 plus tax every time I walk by this piece of shit.
I don't know what the fuck they're looking at.
It looks like a brain. When he's transformed into jet mode, his cockpit looks like a brain.
This doesn't look like G-Axis to me, except for the head mold, which I do think is nice.
Yep. It should be a Voyager.
Yeah, hell yeah, he should have been a Voyager.
Don't get me wrong here, but like the look I would like to see was this is a Voyager with that head mold on like the lug nut body, like to have because you know how he's all hunched all the time, and have that like hunched big shoulder. Like I think if they did something not with the lug nut mold, the Hasbro stop listening right now, but if they design something similar to that,
right,
for G-Axis, and I think he should come with a Monstructor.
I think this guy, I had said it earlier, I think he would have made a cooler looking, like, vehicle mode swoop than he would G-Axis. I don't know.
You better hope Cheetamus Tweaks isn't listening because he's probably going to buy it just so he can do that to it.
But you know what? Like, I mean, like, I understand why they made him orange because Starscream is red, but then that just begs to say, like, well, why didn't you think of something else to do with this mold versus G-Axis?
Yeah.
Well, we were going to go for Ramjet, but he's dead.
It's horrendous to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the weakest.
What about Windblade, sorry.
I think
shoulders.
Windblade pretty good.
She's not hateful.
I'd fuck her.
I love the jet mode.
And you know what? I'm gonna take back what I said about this being like RC out of this. I don't think so. I think it'll be a whole new mode out of this.
I think they're gonna do Slipstream with it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think so too.
Oh, that nose cone on that
I
jet
can see
mode,
that.
it looks like a fucking first edition remold redeco.
Right.
It really does. The way they fold up the legs and shit. Like, why can I see her fucking high heels in her jet mode?
Yeah, I hate that. That looks fucking...
That's so fucking dumb. Just like the fucking wheels on road... Sorry.
Well, you know
why could they
the
not
legs
push
don't
down the toes?
You know why the legs don't fit right? Because these are remodded from fucking RC Prime. And they just fucking are on there.
I thought it was,
you know what? Yeah, it does look like it. It does look like it.
Yep.
It really does.
I think you're right, Matt. I think that it looks like his toes would fold down more. Maybe in the test shot, it's not.
Hopefully it's not transformed right, or they mistransformed.
It always transformed. Every box.
I mean,
it's just out in the middle of no. I mean, you got the toes just sticking straight up. I mean, it's.
I'm interested.
I hope they fall down.
I think she has an interesting look. I'm interested to see what they do with her in the comics more so than I am in this toy.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting her. I like it.
Yeah. I like the sword. The sword looks pretty cool to me.
When I saw it, when I saw the vehicle mode picture, I didn't even realize it was Wingblade, and I thought they were doing like another, like a thrust. And I was like, oh, that looks really good. And then I realized what it was. And it's not bad. Just look at the shoulders. Like, it's just a hinge there. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's connected at the pin, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of kills it for me. But...
Excuse me.
The arms actually have a very Prime look, too. Like, they're, like, very skinny.
Yeah, like,
they came from Prime Starscream.
It's a...
it looks like... Yeah, it does definitely look like Prime RC. I mean, just the arms, the legs. I mean, they just added on...
It looks like TF Prime Starscream in drag.
Yeah.
And that's what it's going to be when I buy it. I'm going to buy this, and this is going to be my post Prime Starscream.
Post op Starscream.
Yes.
And the figure that I think is actually the most successful of this reveal is this Nightbeat.
Yep.
Ugh, no.
They could have fucking lost that stupid cannon. Of all things.
Yeah, the cannon sucks.
And this looks so much better when Cheetamus Prime customizes Bumblebee.
Yeah, I think he should get credit for that.
Yeah, I know.
I mentioned that in my video. Like, he should fucking you
Front
really.
page TFW.
I mean, my fucking god, dude! Like, that was a sweet ass custom, and then they go ahead and they do it, And it's like, the first mistake was, hey, we'll just give him this same retarded fucking cannon.
Yeah, so that's just laziness. That's just them not wanting to fucking mold a different gun.
Then, hey, while we're at it, let's give him the same stupid fucking doors. And this is a figure I was excited for last Toy Fair when they showed us we were going to get this Bumblebee. Then I got him in my hand, and it was just like, oh, it's like, you date a chick with a really tight ass, you get her home, you get her naked, and that ass sinks. And then next thing you know, she's got orangutan titties. She can lick her own nipple by bringing her arm up. Like, this is the type of disappointment I'm seeing here.
Nice.
God. Yeah. Can't even articulate his arms. You gotta file that fucking nib, that fucking tab that sticks out, which does nothing for the figure, but it's just there because, hey, look, he's a robot. Hey, look, your design team failed.
Yeah.
I do think that this is the most spot on, though. Like, not to say that I think this is a great toy and that I'm excited about it, because I'm not. But I think of the three, this is the most accurate. Wind Blade doesn't really count because they just.
Yeah, that was fan chosen.
Right. Well, yeah. Right.
I didn't choose it.
But
that shit was already chosen.
Yeah, absolutely. But this looks like. I mean, it looks like Nightbeat, especially in robot form. But in the head. It's pretty spot on. And again,
you have taillights on his knees and on his feet.
Yeah, and you have tires on his feet and on his legs. I hate this.
A hinge could have solved all that and maybe give it a little... Whatever, I'm done.
Yeah. I'm not feeling it at all.
It's like dating a chick for her personality and she has shitty credit.
I like it. I'm getting it.
Yep, Justin and I are the... I'll probably end up fucking getting it, but I won't...
You guys hate America.
He'll be in my Island of Misfit toy shelf with fucking Hoist and Trailblazer.
I'm getting all three.
I do have like the Island of Misfit toy shelf, and it has fucking like all my rejects that can't make it into the big boy shelves.
Do they sit there and look at all the good stuff and like, oh?
Yeah, they just sit there. I put them in slumped shoulder positions. Nobody wants to play.
I think everybody has that.
What is it? Fucking. What was the guy? What was the Jack in the Box?
And Chuck cut it in there?
Nobody wants to play with a Tom in the box. What'd you say, Antoine?
I said, you got Hoist and Chuck cut it on that show?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. All my losers are on that shelf. Trailbreaker, fucking Hoist, who else is on there?
I believe Megatron was on there.
My Blitzwing is on there.
The Minicons?
I don't even think the Minicons are going to make it there, to be honest with you.
Damn.
I'll tell you, I got a skit coming in a future review that's pretty funny, where it's about this guy who like breaks into my house. It's actually going to be Friday, and he's like stealing all my toys, and he gets to Generation Splitswing, and he's like, ugh, never mind, throws that back on the shelf, and like keeps stealing toys.
Whoever makes fun of me for selling shit like all the time,
everybody.
Bobby's a sadist.
Yeah, that's
putting them on his shelf, and I do a mercy selling. I distribute these pieces of shit to fucking dumbasses who really need them.
Have you sold the Minicons yet, Greg?
Fuck yeah, I sold those motherfuckers like 2 weeks ago. I sold them and
really?
Scoop. Yeah, I sold Scoop. I bought these. Did you think I was gonna? No, I bought these just to play with them, and then I get rid of them. I always say I'm gonna do a review of them, and I never do. I just nah. Somebody's like, "Oh, give me $10 for it." And I'm like, "All right, fuck it. That's better than 10 views."
So are we going to talk about the Voyagers next?
Yes. Sorry. Generations of Voyagers, Skybite. Thoughts, comments, courtesies, and concerns.
Fucking awesome.
I've always wanted a jet with a jetpack. Just didn't think it was going to be a jetpack. But hey, what?
We're not talking about him yet.
I don't like how he's curved.
Oh, God.
Yay!
Who said that? Oh yeah, some guy was on. Yeah. God.
I think the shark looks cool. The bot mode looks like a train wreck to me.
I like it.
But the bot mode in the show looks like a train wreck, so good job, Hasbro. They did a good job.
This is a Beast Wars character?
This is from
Robots in Disguise.
Robots in Disguise show. Yeah. It's the one that a lot of guys are currently drawing like fucking erotic art of like the 15-year-old fucking computer generated image girl.
So it's
Rule
from where,
34.
where Prime was a fire truck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fire convoy.
Gotcha.
Well, he was in Beast Wars, but he was a different color. This is just the RID one.
And before he was Cyber Shark.
Yeah.
He was a green and like silver hue, and he still sucked.
So we'll see a repaint of that probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
probably.
my thing about shark mode. People are complaining. People are complaining about it being curved.
You
But
mean
like,
somebody's complaining?
yeah, but if you look at every image ever of him in shark mode, he's doing that pose. So it only makes sense to make it curved.
Well, I think the curve mode is actually, I think it looks more dynamic than it would just straight. I think the curve mode is a smart choice, personally.
Like the back.
People
It's
bitching about that. I mean, that is fucking retarded. Why are
It's
you going
not-
to bitch about the curve? I mean, really? God
That's
dang.
what you tell your wife to, huh?
Yeah, she likes it curved. Ain't that right, babe? You like my curve?
Ain't that
All
right,
right.
babe?
Yeah, she likes it.
Ain't that right, babe? Shut up! I'm doing my podcast.
Stop putting it in your mouth.
One thing I can't understand about what's his name, Skybite here. Why did they painted all the tech detailing silver, but then they left that one patch on the top of his head, or not like his head.
Dude,
but
that's not even gonna make it to the final product. You know this.
Yeah, probably not. It's probably all going to just be blue.
This is all the shit you'll see. All the shit you're looking at now is gonna be in the back of the box, where it's like, wow, this looks really good. Then you look at the figure, oh wow, they missed the spot. Several spots.
They ran out of fundings.
Yeah.
I'm getting him though. I like him. He's sold.
I'm not crazy about the calves. I think it's a weak design flaw. Like, I hope those calves really wrap around his shins anyway, wrap around the back of the leg, because they look fucking plain and dangly.
They kind of look like they do that. They got a split down the middle. It looks like
That's kind of. I hope it does, because that's kind of killing me that he's being displayed like that. Like, I'm aware that, look, he's a shell former, whatever. What the fuck. But it's just those legs that kill me. And then with the whole deal with Rhinox, like, mine came out alright. I only had a problem with one leg, but that was fixed, thankfully. But this figure here, like, I'm looking at those legs, I'm looking at those pins, and it's like, we're gonna have some Warbot Defender syndrome going on here. Floppy ass knees.
Yeah, I don't think that this is. I personally, this will be a pass for me.
I might pass. I might just go ahead and invest like $10 more and get in the RID figure, which was better. It looked better. So, and Shark Mode looks sweet. It looks.
Yeah,
really
I think Shark Mode looks dead. I love Shark Mode.
I'm not gonna buy it to keep him in Shark Mode.
Exactly.
I mean, it's
Yeah, but it's like, where would you keep them in shark mode at? I mean,
Because
you so much space.
they're not gonna enjoy a fucking. They're not gonna fucking include a clear plastic stand that
A
you
stand?
can pose them on. They're not gonna do
That
that.
would be awesome.
So
If you could find a stand to keep it like that, yeah, that
no,
would be
because then they'd have to charge us $50, and then all the
Right.
fans would be pissed because they're paying $50 for a second, a lower quality figure, as the hardcore collectors say. And you get a free fucking display stand.
It's funny how they bitch about that shit, but they still buy it.
It's like it's
Fuck
aggravating me so much. My nose is bleeding right now, and it's not from the cocaine I did before we started recording. Can we move on? Because my favorite one's coming up here.
So what's Oscar think of Roadbuster?
Look, the bottom line, I was excited for this because the announcement of Fans Project and the Warbot line, or the whatever it's called, the core, Steel Core line, whatever. When they announced that figure, he looked really, really sweet. And then it's like, oh, Hasbro's going to do it. And I'm like, all right, well, you know what? Let's take a gander at this. I look at him, and the first thing I see is those shitty-ass placements for those tires on the forearms. And if you look at the fucking photograph, they're not even pins, dude. They're that shitty-ass plastic clips that all the fucking Prime figures had that pop right off without any problems. But the only good thing that's for is for if you want to repaint this guy into what some people might consider saying, hey, they'll probably make a hard head out of him. So this is probably hands down. His shoulders look flimsy and pathetic. He's nowhere near as imposing in robot form. Oh, hey, by the way, nice fucking legs from the knee down. Those fucking things are so spindly and pathetic. The tires on the back of the calves work if maybe there was more bulk underneath them. It looks like he has two huge black tumors there for what should be calf muscles. It's pathetic. And it's an insult to anyone who actually liked this character to begin with. And this is why I'm not going to pay 20 some odd bucks for this fucking guy. I'm going to go ahead and pay what's Fans Project want for that, like 100 for theirs? Yeah, looks like I'm staying up to buy that guy.
I've heard people say fucking like, I bet you there's a lot of Fans Project guys that are pissed off right now. I'm like, who?
Yeah.
Probably the guy
Stranger
there all.
syndrome all over again.
This is fucking redonkulous.
Did they say there's a lot of Fans Project guys pissed off right now? Is that what they said?
Like like people who bought the Fans Project toy.
Cause I'm a Fans Project guy, and I'm pissed off that I can't freaking buy the Fans Project toy. That's pissing me off.
Right.
You know?
We got it pretty good. We delayed our figure 5 more months. This come out same time. They make choice. How they buy our figure?
I think
shit.
I think the alt mode looks good. It looks solid, you know. But like,
I like the vehicle mode.
I'm with Oscar. Like, I think the legs look so stupid. I think the feet look super stupid. I think the head looks stupid. I think the little shit on his shoulders looks stupid. I think his arms look stupid. I think the only thing they got right in robot form is his chest and thighs.
You know what's funny about that though is that with the Fans Project thing, the only thing I think they got wrong in robot mode is his chest. I kind of wish.
I kind of wish his chest was a little bigger. It is funny.
It's like I look at this guy in vehicle mode and I go, "Where's the Power Master supposed to go?" Oh wait, that's Fans Project.
I think this looks really, really bad. And like Oscar said in his response thing, where he said, you can't go from Springer to this. Like, I couldn't agree more. Like, Springer was so fucking good, and then now there's this.
Perfect, Springer had, the perfect tuck away for everything, not that much kibble. This doesn't have it either, but you have, these ganky fucking forearms. You couldn't install a panel, or, make it so, you have a swivel there so the wheel goes from the forearm and attaches to the fucking shoulders. No, that's called engineering, and you would probably have to pay your fucking pathetic stoner employees you have there that are like, well, I work at Hasbro, better tattoo a Decepticon symbol on my boob. Fucking, it's like such a fail all over. If I was to buy this guy, and I mean buy this guy probably after Greg bought him and wanted to sell him immediately, it would be to keep him in vehicle mode, just so I could sit there and say, man, I wish that truck was just a little bigger to stuff my 30th anniversary Cobra Commander.
So Matt.
Speaking of Greg,
Matt, what do you think of this, man?
Yeah.
Hi.
Well, let's go.
What's Greg thinking?
Yeah, I haven't heard what Greg has thought about this at all week.
About Roadbuster?
Yeah, who's doing her dishes?
My bad.
God damn it.
You know what's funny is he talks all that shit about getting the kitchen, baby, and all that bullshit, and then look what he's doing. Cleaning dishes.
I just yelled at her and told her to stop it. Shut your mouth.
Greg.
Yes.
Thoughts, comments, courtesies, concerns.
The Roadbuster?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, back in my day, my goddamn Roadbuster didn't have a little man in his fucking back.
Yeah.
But, that being said, my Roadbuster didn't have fucking pansy feet and fucking girly forearms either. So, I want to see what core is going to cost when it actually gets to the rest of us, when it trickles down from the high ups,
right.
Like you, and
whatever,
we'll see.
I
mean, that's it. Yeah, I mean that's really all I got to say about this. I don't really care one way or the other. I'd like to have one, but I'm not gonna flip out about it either way.
Yeah.
God,
I'm busy posing Smart Robin. So, sorry. That's what
Deluxe.
I'm doing right now.
Deluxe.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, same
I
as
need
Oscar.
more.
I'm going to get it, but it's going to stay in vehicle mode because, like I said, the wheels is just lazy, and it looks like Starscream legs, and but I'll keep it in vehicle mode. I like the vehicle mode; it looks pretty decent. But I will get Fans Project. Don't get me wrong. When I get that, I will pre-order that one.
No, whenever I look at this and I get upset, I look at my Intimidator combiner center and I go, all right, we're back to reality.
I noticed they keep with the sticker thing on this Voyager that they did with Whirl. But what's with all the do not paint? Because did the original Roadbuster have do not paint writing on them?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
remember
I'm not
that.
willing
No,
to
I
pay
think
somebody $400 for their limited edition vintage incomplete Roadbuster that they have on eBay. Which, by the way, I just want to say for the record, eBay is not the definitive fucking price guide for everything. Those are what people are willing to pay for them. It's not a definitive price. So you jackasses in the fucking Facebook groups, seriously, grow the fuck up and understand they're auctions. I've seen this go for up to $70 on eBay. That's because it went up to $70. Some person was stupid enough to sit there and pay up to $70 for that piece of shit incomplete figure, which you're selling, and you're telling me that you think 60's fair. Fuck you. Stupid ass fucking Beast Wars fucking figures. Sorry.
Alrighty.
No worries. But
Oh,
let's talk about something that
Oh, boy.
that
That was funny.
I've had a bit of an emotional roller coaster about over the past couple weeks.
Yes, you did. Yes,
The Generations Leader Class Jetfire official image.
you know what? You go
Oh,
first.
repeat what I said earlier. I thought you said Jet.
Here's the thing. I saw this when everybody else saw it, like that leaked image that was on eBay or whatever, and I fell in love with it. And when they said it was leader class, I was, you can ask fucking Justin or fucking Greg. I was, texting with them back and forth. They're like, this might be good. Like, this might be the turning, the changing of the guard for, and then Greg made a comment that has haunted me. Where he said, it transforms into the old school fucking jet, but you don't see it in robot form, so I bet you it's all hanging off his back.
Yep, you did say that.
And then there was an image that was released that's not in the official images. Isn't that weird? Where it's the whole fucking jet hanging off his back.
I need to see this.
And it has kind of killed it for me. I can text it to you, Oscar, because I made a meme for it that said, I'm sorry, what? I couldn't hear you over all this kibble. But it's like, it's so close. But it's $45, supposedly, and like that's a great price for this size of figure, but like I don't know if it's going to be good enough to keep me away from fans' toys.
I just posted it in the chat there.
Oh,
The
thank
picture?
you, Justin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then.
Thank you, buddy.
Honestly, I know that the nose cone of the jet is hanging off the back, but I don't think it's terrible. Like, I really... There's way worse figures like that freaking leader class Optimus Prime. There is way worse that have their parts hanging off the back.
Dude, wow. Oh my god. What the fuck is this shit? Dude, it's like a really bad version of that Ultra Class Silverbolt. Wow.
What?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't mean to disrespect. No, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna buy him for $45 in a leader class figure. I'll probably still buy him, but still, man, it's like, wow, that's like, holy shit. Again, this is the same scenario. Chick with an amazing ass, get her naked, and she's got orangutan titties and a sloppy butt. Wow. Oh, I'm gonna have to think about this shit.
I know.
Wow.
I mean, this ain't Masterpiece though, so
right.
You can't compare fans to it.
I mean, it'll.
Well, but it's close. It's the size wise. I think it's going to be in the same ballpark. Obviously the Masterpiece will be bigger, but it's not going to be way the fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Like, it might have been something you could get away with.
Yeah.
Save yourself $150 and get away with this.
So it's probably MP10 size then.
I would
No, I think it's gonna be bigger.
It'd be bigger than that. Dang.
A little bit, not huge size of it, but I think it's going to be bigger than MP10.
But now my thing is, if I hope that this doesn't scare fans' toys off.
Oh no, I don't think
no, it won't scare them off. But
I don't think so. No, I don't. I hope it doesn't.
But
I mean, I'd like to get this and then maybe consider buying a fans toy and compare the two.
Right.
And then be like a Greg Sullivan and be like, oh man, who wants to buy this Hasbro Leader Class Jetfire, bros? 60 ships.
It's really great until I trash it on next week's show.
Yeah.
You know what?
And plus, they gave it a price, only $45. It's not that bad. I mean, it's leader class, price. So
that's kind of what's going to gravitate me towards this guy first before a third party
My
pick.
thing is, if I get the fans toys one, now I've spent $250 on fucking Jetfires. You know, like
That's
where it would have been just $200.
It's still infinitely better. I mean, I don't have any distaste for that figure, but this Jetfire, even though like basically his entire alt mode's hanging off his fucking back, good luck posing him. Friggin' it's still infinitely better than that Voyager class figure we got a few years ago.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I like where Hasbro's going with this. If they can keep it going with the leader class like that in Generations, that would be awesome.
After seeing that notorious photo Justin sent me, which by the way you've given me nightmares forever, I am truly worried about their leader class Megatron that they're going to be releasing.
Yeah, I'm about to just ask that.
Wait, what?
It's gonna.
Both
It's
pictures
gonna.
form. You know, he's hunched over. He's hunched forward.
Yep.
You know what I wish they would have done with this guy? I wish they would have made some kind of rotation on the cockpit so you could actually rotate.
Yeah. Yep.
What's his chest cockpit around, like, and you could have both the toy alt mode and the TV show alt mode.
That would have been.
That would have been awesome.
Wait, what's this picture that Justin sent?
It's of the kibble. It's of the back kibble.
It's of the back kibble, which is his entire fucking alt mode.
I thought you meant of the Megatron. You said something about the Megatron.
No.
What
My fears is it's going to be like that leader class Megatron is going to be like the Revenge of the Fallen leader class Megatron, where you essentially stood him up, that was it, and you moved a couple of things over, and it was just this pathetic fucking robot with like no articulation. You know,
you didn't like the small arm or nothing?
No, dude, no, that was like the worst fucking design flaw.
You didn't like the GIMP arm?
How do you have like this massive fucking thing on one side and then this GIMP arm that looks like he looks like a citizen from the world of Wall-E, you know, where like humans fucking grab my throw hand, give me the other one. But dude, oh god, that was a good movie by the way. But fuck man, it's like I'm looking at this Jetfire and I'm telling myself, can I mod it? And I shouldn't be asking that, but it's like, wow, if I pay $45 for this, can I mod it so where I could put that extra kibble away and then put it back on if I ever want to sell them to buy the third-party version?
It's like I said earlier. I've always wanted a jet that had a jetpack. Literally. I just didn't think it'd be an actual fucking jet.
I didn't get it the first time you said it.
That's why I
thought you had. I just was so excited to talk about Jetfire when you said Skybite. I just started Sky Jet. Yeah.
I'm a comedic genius. I'm writing this shit down.
Oh, hey, speaking of comedic genius, I've got a Mert 5 joke for you after we stop recording. I don't want to get in trouble.
Hey, Legends class. Before we get into this, I just want to say I think that overall, now I'm not crazy about the Acid Storm, but like the overall, if you look at like Gears and Swerve and Cosmos and then the tailgate and the shrapnel that they've shown, I think that Legends class is where Hasbro's strength is these days.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think that they look better than most of the things that they're putting out. However, I have to say this that I have to take back something I said. We talked when these Legends first started coming out, and Justin and I were actually saying, you know, to hell with people that are complaining about these little extra pieces, these little extra gun bits that they're coming with that are robots. You know, just be happy you're getting this. I was on Justin's side there. I'm now going to switch sides with that and say fuck that. Because now these fucking things are $10 a pop where they used to be $5, and those fucking additional pieces are trash. They're completely disposable. So I would prefer them to go back to single figures.
And you know what's really, 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 really stupid about this Legends line is like they're giving us figures that, for the exception of Gears and Swerve and maybe Cosmos and Tailgate, that would be fucking excellent Voyager class figures.
Right.
And they're doing this shit that IDW Optimus Prime would have been a great Voyager class. The fucking Megatron, without the shit brown color scheme on him. Yeah. The fucking Starscream, now the fucking Acid Storm. Why are you doing Acid Storm? It's not like his MP was a hit with everybody.
Right. I still have one in my TRU.
I sold mine today, actually.
Quick question. I don't really know what Gears looks like in the comics as of late. I can't think of it, but does he look like Brawn? Why does his head look like Braun?
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
I don't know. I mean, like, I probably won't get this Gears. Or maybe I will, just for, like, the sake of comparison.
Oh, fuck that. Save your money. Why don't you get yourself the Maki toys and, like, be happy with it?
That's already
Hold
on
on.
its way. Already
That's
on
coming.
Yep.
It's coming.
Yep, already on its way.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Yeah, because
I almost ended. I almost quit this podcast.
Because they look fucking great. I'm more excited about their reveals, like, 4 months ago or whatever, than I am about these. But yeah, I think Acid Storm is a stupid fucking. They're gonna repaint Starscream. Why not do the first? In my opinion, you just got to do You got to do the solid 3 first.
Yep.
Do the 3 and get them out of the way. Then start getting weird and experimental if you want. But fucking do the 3. You do the 3. God damn it.
3.
America. And Gears looks cool. I might pick him up just for fun, just because he's cheap, and maybe I can compare him to a bunch of other fucking.
And show his other uses like a dog's chew toy.
Right.
A way for your daughter to vent her anger.
Right. But yeah, I think that overall, like, Cosmos, Gears, Swerve, Tailgate look better than every deluxe I've seen over the last year.
All right. Getting them all.
I heard
through
a fearmonger that Swerve and Cosmos were canceled. They're all canceled. And then we see this, and we clearly see they're not. And they're getting pushed back, whatever. So I start looking, and I see they're like $35 a piece on eBay. Well, then I noticed they all got sold. And then all of a sudden, a certain fearmonger just happens to have these figures for sale. But anyway, whatever. I won't call anybody out here. It's like, if I want to pay $35 a piece for, I already have the iGear Cosmos, and he's alright. I'm just going to get the Mach-8 toy set, throw in an extra $10 and get my first blaster? Fuck yeah.
Yep.
So that's where I stand on.
They were kind of smart. I don't know if you saw TJ Duckett's review of them, but
I didn't.
The peg for Swerve's for my first blaster is doesn't fit fucking Legends figures, so you can't, like, you know what I mean? You can't buy the fucking Legend Swerve and then buy my first blaster.
Yeah, I didn't see the review at all. That's awesome. I need to check that out.
Which I think
should have probably checked that out before I dropped $85, but anyway.
I think it's a dickhead move, but I think it's funny as shit.
Yeah, because that was what I was going to do. I was going to buy the Swerve and buy that.
TJ Duckett is not paying for him to get promoted on this show, but I gotta say this: if you watch the review, first of all, the figures look great, so don't worry about that. But in the background, it looks like he either A, has built one, or B, has bought one from someone. But it looks like he has the bar.
I hope so. I want the bar. That shit's awesome.
I want the bar too, but I've never seen it available for sale anywhere.
I want the bar, and I want a security system. Like he popped out on, who was it? Fuck. Who was it he popped out on? Wasn't there a legislator?
I'm a trade guy, so I'm a little bit behind.
And he pulled the lever, and he was like, it was after the Fort Max incident, they built a security system, and like guns just popped out everywhere. Anyway. Awesome.
Grimlock. And fucking one-step Transformers.
Skip.
Yeah, these suck.
Skip.
But these are for children, right? I mean, that's okay.
Yeah.
So
that's their goal. That's their goal towards that.
Good for
Bobby,
kids.
are you buying them for your children?
No.
No.
Okay.
What bothers me even more... What bothers me even more about these things is that they're freaking $10 a piece. Like, are you serious?
Well, my thing, that's ridiculous. Yeah. That price is ridiculous for one, but for two, like, my daughter is 6, or she'll be 6. She'll be 6 in August and September.
Father of the Year.
I sound like a piece of shit, don't I? But yeah, she's 5. And these are way too simple for her. Like, she would lose interest in these in seconds. You know, so I'm not sure exactly what age group these are meant for, to be honest.
2 to 3.
I guess.
Yeah, 2 to 3.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, but 2 to 3 is almost like, you know, like, that's the age where they eat them.
That'd be good shoe toys.
So anyway, let's just move on then. There's no sense keeping a waste of time on this. So, that concludes our Toy Fair review. So, third-party news.
Right.
Yeah. Third-party news. Echo TF, which we've never fucking heard of, right, has revealed their add-on kit for Ruination, which, if I gave a fuck about Ruination, I would be interested in, but I passed on all those fucking figures. But if I had them, I would get this. Anybody else?
Yeah. It makes it look good. It makes it look better.
Yeah,
does anybody have this set?
No, I
used to.
I had the Bruticus set. The Fall Time Return Bruticus.
I have the Ruination set.
Well, of course you do.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get this upgrade set? Or are you gonna get a
No, probably not.
Really?
I mean,
do you keep it combined?
Yeah. I mean, that's the...
Oh, you're doing yourself a disservice, man, because that thing looks like a goddamn nightmare without this shit.
It is. I mean, it's on, you know, it's on my shelf where, you know, nobody gives a shit, you know, and just,
Is that the Hasbro shelf?
Yeah.
It's a big ass shelf in your house, man.
I mean, I would rather save my money for something else instead of getting an add-on to this, you know, piece of shit, so, you know.
I would split up the spots if I were you then, man, because this is the only way that this thing looks good.
I've thought about it. I mean, even the Bruticus, I've thought about just splitting them up because they look a lot better at just single modes.
Yeah. I think this is a cool set, but you know, it's just for an irrelevant set for me.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything they want to add to this? Ruination?
Nope.
Cool.
Lighter fluid.
Lighter fluid. Third party. Now, here's another fucking third party company that's come out of nowhere and has fucking. This week in news has been the third party ambitious week. It's been new companies with big ass projects.
Yeah,
so this company is called DS Toys. Apparently, it stands for Dark Samurai, and they are doing a Diatlas and an Omega Supreme.
Yep.
The Diatlas is just silhouetted, and because it said Alteration Man, and it kind of looks like an alternator, like the silhouette, I thought they were going to do third-party alternators.
Oh Lord!
I thought so too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
That was the first thing I thought. I thought it was, like, I really thought it was just knockoff alternators at first.
Same thing
I mean, they did do that, though, before this, though.
Yeah, they said that.
Yeah, they were making knockoffs.
And Diatlas is from the Japanese shit, right?
Well, yeah, he's in IDW as well,
right,
here and there.
Yeah, here and there. Crystal City. He has something to do with Crystal City.
He's part of the original crew of the original arc in the ID storyline, which was Nova Prime, Galvatron, Cyclonus, Jaxus. Who else? Who am I missing?
Right.
Scourge, and then he's the one that got left behind. Yes. Oh yeah, and then Scourge and the Seekers, or the Sweeps.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting speared by our Saber.
Bullshit.
But anyway,
why the fuck are we not getting fucking movies of those books, like animated movies? It's such a disservice.
I don't know. You think they would and to go off topic of Transformers altogether? You think people like IDW would look at what a company like DC has been doing with their story arcs and say, "Hey, look, guys, there's a lot of money in this."
Hell yes.
You know, let's see. You could do this shit Prime style, make them CGI, or go traditional 2D animation. You know, you don't have to go too much into detail. You could do like G1 and just make them blocks that can bend and and move. And you could actually have a big moneymaker. You could expand the Transformers universe amongst more fans. You know, don't get me wrong. I liked Flashpoint Paradox. I thought it was a stupid way to sit there for DC to get away from the copyright infringements of Superman and all that shit. But either way, that was still a pretty good fucking show.
Yep, absolutely.
Movie, sorry. It's not a show.
Because motherfuckers hate money.
Pretty much.
And not to quote a dumbass, but you guys are G1 fans, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
IDW is Neo G1. That is not the same thing.
I still want to interview that guy. So, what about
the interview means stab in the fucking throat.
No, I like him, man. Whatever, dude.
I hear you.
But
he's just a troll. He's just a different kind of troll. He's like the anti-troll.
What about the Omega Supreme silhouette?
You know,
That looks like $350 to $400.
you know, Skullface, you got to be happy with your add-on kit, okay?
Yeah,
Let's
I think
put
so
it that
too.
way.
I think so too.
Yeah.
If I'm going to overpay it,
Go ahead, Greg.
if I'm going to overpay on Omega Supreme, I'm just going to buy that Mach 8 Toys kit. That ended up costing $20-some.
Yeah, I know, man. What the fuck?
I was like, God, 115, really?
Yeah,
Well, look at it this way, guys. You buy the Year of the Snake Omega Supreme. That's $100, right? Or what was that? $100 bucks plus $120 for the add-on kit. That's $220 bucks, not counting shipping. It's still better than shelling out all that cash for that god awful Planet X with this faulty fucking plastic. You know,
don't forget the $2 I spent on paint to repaint my Year of the Snake Omega Supreme.
Okay, I'm sorry, but still, it's cheaper than that god-awful Planet X, and it just, again, this is something that doesn't need to be made, but people are probably going to end up fucking buying it.
Well, I think that there's a market for it if it's good, but for a new company to make something this big, it makes me nervous. You know what I mean?
Wasn't this the same company that gave us, like, the Seeker silhouette, and it was like, hey, we're new, look what we're doing. It was fucking Starscream.
I didn't think they put out anything yet.
Ask Antoine. Antoine's the guy.
Antoine, find out.
I gotta say, based on the silhouette, it looks to me like Omega Supreme's like depressed. Like
he does
you
look
can't
so
see
sad.
everything, but he looks like he's like slumping.
Again.
They're making me again.
It's like, why didn't they start with maybe like a Deluxe or something, or a Voyager?
Right.
You know, this is a big project. I mean, it's a lot of money.
Right there. I'm right there with you, Matt. Because if it's easier for me to justify shelling out like for Planet X, I just bought Kalis. Yeah, like I bought Kalis for $70, you know.
Right.
And that was a good thing to go. Okay.
Yeah.
I can get into what
Justify
Planet X
that,
is doing before you jump into these huge figures. Like, you know, the reason like I didn't pick up the whatever their Omega Supreme was, I'm like, I'm not putting out $300 for a toy. I have no idea of what the company can do.
Right.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Cause, like I said, start off with the Deluxe and say, hey, we make good shit. But you're shelling out, $400 for a big toy. Even the company's shelling out a lot of money too to make these damn things. Yeah. And make it, I mean, that's just, I get what you're saying.
So my thing is, I'm gonna wait. I'm going to wait for reviews on all this shit if this shit even comes out, like...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Sometimes I don't know if these companies realize how ambitious these projects are, and then they're like, fuck, there's no way we're getting away with this.
Hell yeah.
If you scroll down in the TFW thread, what's the username? GAEHSEE, he says, Omega Supreme teasers from 3 different companies. This likely means that none of them will move forward.
What would be nice, though, is if, if one of them put out a repaint as like Omega Sentinel.
Oh, yeah. That would be good. Yeah.
Or one of them put out a repaint as that Impossible Toys figure.
Yes! Why does that Impossible Toys Omega Sentinel
still, God,
I need that shit in my life. It is the worst looking figure I've ever seen.
We should knock that off. How hard can it be?
It can't be that hard.
I mean, it's already a knockoff to start with, so
I'm
fuck
absolutely
it.
sure it does not transform. So, the only thing that's better than 2 third-party Omega Supremes is a third-party Omega Supreme. Actually, a fourth. Because then there's that other company, and they are doing...
4?
This new company, Machine Boy, decided that they're going to do 2 of the biggest fucking Autobots ever, and do Skylinks and Omega Supreme as their first out-the-gate project, I guess.
I think Skylinks will look good.
Skylinks, yeah. I mean, I'd like to see it.
Yeah. I definitely want to see Skylinks, but Omega, no.
You know what I don't want to see? I don't want to see Scorpion. I don't want to see Cross Ox. I don't want to see Green Ghost. I don't want to see Red Dragon. I don't want to see Thor. I don't want to see Assault Shark, Red Iron Hand, Steel Teeth, fucking Doombringer. What the fuck? Sorry.
What are they? I don't even know what they are. I
don't know. They're done by Alteration Man. That's a good name.
The Alteration Man, which is the same guy that's... I don't know. There's something fishy going on with all this shit.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's a company that made a line of knockoffs.
Right.
Yeah, the alternator knockoffs.
And then they're all of a sudden like, hey, we made some shitty knockoffs. We know what the fuck we're doing. We're gonna high-end fucking third-party surge.
Oh, you guys ever wonder what Springer looked like if he was black and orange? We do. Here you go.
You guys ever wonder?
Listen,
You guys ever wonder what Springer would look like if he was shit brown and that meant you were eating pretty healthy? Look at Scorpion.
Well,
Look
not
at
for
Green
not
Ghost.
for nothing. I really kind of want to see what Optimus Prime would look like as a street cleaner. Because we got that Savior guy who's most definitely sporting Optimus colors.
His name is Savior.
Supposedly the Springer's like $10 or something. Like, all these figures are cheap as shit. Now,
Yeah, $20 at their knockoff Koreas.
that in theory sounds like a good idea. But the moment that you say there's a $20 third-party product coming out, in my head it goes, oh, it's going to be horse shit. Like, like, it immediately snaps into my head. Like,
You can see, like, Justin reviewing his, like, Savior. Like, here's my Savior. There's some red stuff inside one of the rollers. Is that blood?
Yep.
There's, like,
he
human
cut
hair
me.
lodged
He cut me.
underneath one of the wheels. It's like, the story behind it is the young child assembling it was beaten to death because, you know, he missed a spot. So they're like, oh, so put it through line anyway. Let's keep out your beer.
I love when we've talked about people that have bought horrible toys and reviewed them, like horrible expensive toys, and then like shit's falling apart on them while they're reviewing, and they're like, but you know that's fine. It's just it stays on there fine. I'm giving it a hard time. I'm really jostling it about.
That
Bobby,
used to be.
you know what?
What?
One of my first reviews was Impossible Toys RC, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it's like, it's not bad, I guess.
I watched it.
Yeah.
I actually did this like one night. I forget why. It had something to do with Greg. Greg and I were fucking talking about RCs and joking the Impossible Toys one. So I like went on this rampage. Oh, and Oscar had made some joke about some guy that reviewed his. So I like went on this rampage looking for this review that Oscar was talking about.
Oh, it was JT Mitchell.
Oh, thank God! I should have just texted you because I went through like 45 minutes worth of like fucking Impossible Toys RC videos looking for it. Anyway, yeah, I'm actually I wish I could say that I'm not interested in a third party Omega Supreme, but I am. I just would like it to be from a reputable company, and I would like to get a good look at it first before I fucking.
Maybe MMC will come and make one, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
It's like, listen, children.
MMC will take it up to the next level.
Thing.
It'll be like, look, not only is it transforming to the base, but it's also 5 separate Omega Supremes on their own, each individually different. And check this out, articulated hands on these little guys, yeah.
And we worked a Roomba into him so he can clean your house too.
Excuse us, guys. We got to go change Fan Project's diapers. It's gonna be a fun.
And this one actually goes to the moon. This will actually go to the fucking moon.
Daddy's home.
Yeah. It'll light up and talk to you when you wake up. Good morning, Master. Good morning, Omega. I mean, Super Ultra Space Guardian 23. You are wonderful. But like, to go back on that RC thing you guys talked about, like this used to be like my riff, like my banes about third party figures, because everybody seemed so quick to scream bloody murder whenever something went wrong with a Hasbro. When a third party figure would do it, a lot of people did nothing but make excuses. There were no 10, 12-minute rant videos about, oh, it's such a piece of shit. No, it's more like, oh, well, the leg just popped off my Valkyrie warrior, but you know, maybe it's just this one figure. No, it was like all of them, bro.
Right.
You know, you so much as sneeze next to her, she just fell apart. And not metaphorically, literally. You know, and that's what used to like grind my gears when people were like hardcore third-party advocates and they just don't want to acknowledge the faults.
Whoa. Grind my gears. You want to get sued?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I meant, TW034 grind.
Roughed up my cogs.
Yeah.
Hey, what y'all think of Skylinks?
It's, you know,
it's a silhouette.
I gotta see the final.
Right. Yep.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I like where they're going. If they make it, you know, when they bring up the final project, you know, I hope it's really nice. I mean, I would like a third party Skylinks. I think, but it's going to be expensive. All right, you know, $200 to $300 probably.
So I agree with you. And scale, I think, matters. There's a lot of things that matter when it comes to toys that big.
Oh yeah.
New repro labels. Is there a better link to all these?
Everyone open their email. That's all you're gonna get.
That's true.
That is,
I guess it is.
I had
I
to.
always-
Acid Storm, Generation Dreadwing. There's a lot of them. God.
I mean, I just want to touch base on MP Smokescreen real quick. I love the Datsun Brothers MP line. Those are my favorite masterpiece figures, so by far. You know, I really do. I am not a fan of NASCAR or any sort of Formula Racing type of deal. I think it's ridiculous. You spend 5 hours watching cars turn left. There's no excitement in it at all. So, I mean, I'm happy with my Smokescreen. I think these stickers do make it look better, but that's a lot of shit there. And
Hey, man. The excitement's being free to buy.
I should just make my apology public. I'm sorry, Deluxe. I don't want to insult your favorite pastime. But
No, man, this was Greg talking, not Deluxe. You motherfucker.
First off,
Can I slap the crap out of both of you for a second?
Yes.
This is not a NASCAR. This is a GT style car, so they can do more than turn one direction.
Racing.
And second of all, I don't like NASCAR, so fuck y'all both with cigarettes.
Hey, dude, you got to deal with her.
I was making fun of Oscar, not you, motherfucker.
I still don't like NASCAR.
I love you.
You fucking
I hate Oscar.
You traitor.
I do love America, though.
Greg, I just want to make love to you.
I love America like a motherfucker.
And then,
I am America.
I love football.
Yeah.
Is anybody...
Hey, you wonder Smokescreen's red, white, and blue.
Yeah, I think that like sometimes the you know, like I'm all for repro labels, but I think that sometimes you know, Masterpiece, you know, they rarely, I feel like, really need.
You don't need to do anything
labels.
for them. Yeah, I don't think you need to do anything for Masterpieces at all. Extra stickers.
But it's nice to have the option if you want them.
Oh, yeah. I liked all the sponsorship stickers. Like, I really like how they look on the car. I don't like having to put on a big door sticker that says Don Devendorf or The Gambler on the side. And, like, you know, like, why not just make me a little sticker sheet of all these little sponsorship stickers?
Hey, man,
and, like,
don't
you know, you could
dare
sell it for...
Great Gambler. Let me stick another swig out of my natty ass. Punch my
I do like the Sharkies.
Yeah.
I do like those.
I ordered those.
I like the pipe set. I didn't like it when I first saw it.
I did not order that.
Yeah, because you don't like pipes. You got a hard on for fucking X-Transbot. You don't even like the fucking repro labels for it. You're so...
You know what? Watch my review tomorrow. And you'll see.
I can't wait.
Dude, that's
I'll admit,
I rounded file to my pipes as we were like rambling on about some irrelevant Hasbro shit. And like, I have fixed pretty much every fucking gripe in this toy, like in the last 30 minutes with the circular, a rounded file. And, yeah, this is my new,
I'm so glad you paid $70 you could file down plastic. It's great.
Oh yeah, it took me 5 seconds listening to you motherfuckers talk about, fucking, you Redbuster, you dumb one do this and that, and you dumb the jet pass back. And
it is a pain in the dick that you spend $70 and had to file shit down, but...
It took me fucking 2 seconds. I went around it 3 times.
You didn't have to do it. You paid $70, bro. You know, vehicle mode, bro. Vehicle mode.
Vehicle mode.
Like mom.
I think
it's all about my mama, you drunk piece of shit.
I'll fucking kill you, you piece of shit. I'll come to Florida. I'll fucking recycle you.
If you're trying to make me mad, bro, it's not working. I don't understand what you're trying to do.
I'll call my cousin from fucking China, and he'll be all like, yo, bro, I'll fucking kill you.
I like stickers.
Stab my penis with my face.
I like repro labels.
What?
I do too.
The jump starters, I think, are my favorite set that they released this time.
That is.
Yeah, they look great.
They do.
They look great. I'm looking at them now. They look fucking
awesome.
Yeah.
They make G1 figures look a lot better.
I'm not sure.
Hey, instead of sinking to Oscar's level back there, can I say what I should have said?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, man, you go to hell.
Oscar, tell me again that I shouldn't have to pay $70 to file something down.
You should not have to pay $70 to file something down.
I shouldn't pay $20 to buy a $150 third-party product.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I should have said, but no.
It's too late now, man. I don't know if you're trying to make me mad.
Down.
I'm in the military. And I'm blunt.
Headstrong unit looks good. It's some good sets this go round too.
Yeah, I don't like how they added an optional, diamond pattern for the cannon.
You don't like
because
that?
when you combine it, no, because they didn't do it with Tantrum.
Yeah, they
So
did. Didn't they?
Well, yeah, with the over the top set, they didn't do it with the set that everyone else bought.
Oh, gotcha.
And so when you combine it, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's silly. I mean, they actually got a huge response of people saying like, this set actually takes away from this toy. So like, why they would even add that with the? I mean, I guess you're right. I guess some people, I don't know. In my head when I saw that, I just thought of a fucking Predaking wearing mismatched socks.
Right.
This is the striped one. This is the solid. This one's
The only Hasbro news, apart from the Toy Fair fiasco, is this printing play shit. I don't think we should spend too much time on it, but when I read this and I'm just thinking about Hasbro's track record in my head, I imagined it to be like a Play-Doh kit.
Damn. I like Play-Doh.
I like Play-Doh too.
Yeah, I'd like it too. It's delicious.
I like
Right.
Play-Doh.
Salty as fuck.
After went up too.
Anybody have any thoughts about this? I mean, it's just
No, not really. It sounds retarded.
Right.
Yeah.
Transformers: Rise of the Dark Spark. Anybody watch the trailer?
Did.
That yeah.
I did.
It looks alright. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
It's weird. It's
It
still
does.
kinda
I think it's
though.
weird to kind of have the movie verse
I
and then
know.
the
I saw that.
WFC verse
Yeah.
like they're
Totally
mingled.
agree. I hate
So,
it.
are they
I
gonna-
hate that.
So then, if they make the game, does that mean they're gonna get figures too, or what?
Well, here's my thing. Like, first of all, they didn't design any new G1. It doesn't look like really any new G1 like War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron characters because they had to use that space to design the fucking movie characters to fit in it.
Yeah.
You know, I think Fall of Cybertron failed because they killed a lot of things that made War for Cybertron good, like the multiplayer, for one. Online co-op, you know, and I don't see this happening in this game because you can now play as either the Bumblebee voiced by fucking the Black Ranger, or you can play as the fucking radio editing talking Bumblebee that transforms into
Beep,
another Camaro.
Boop Bumblebee.
Beep,
I
boop,
trademarked
Bumblebee.
that shit. Yeah, don't forget that shit. That was my contribution to the fandom. Mm.
Word.
Yeah, it's just not what I want it to be.
You know what's really...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, what's really funny, since we're talking about movie, I watched this trailer and had the news story not said something about movie being involved, I would have had no idea what was going on. Like, I couldn't tell what the fuck. I could see the Fall of Cybertron looking robots were, but I couldn't even tell the difference in the fucking movie ones. And I don't know if that's like my bias towards the movie style or not, but
I don't know. I think that the story of those games was really fucking cool, and I would have liked to seen them go to Earth, you know, in the third game, and just be like a reboot G1 basically, which is kind of what they were doing, and now they've thrown this fucking movie into it because it's the year of the movie, and they're gonna fucking throw the movie at everything you love, at the fucking video games, at the fucking figures, the generation lines. They're gonna fucking, you know, on your fucking soda cans. They're gonna fucking put it on everything you fucking love,
And I can't wait.
play. At least you get the chance to play as G1 and actually beat the movie. I think that's an option, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Triumph.
Yeah, because the last one you could be either Decepticon or Autobot side. You know, you fought. You know.
Yeah,
Well, the
but
first
again,
one-
like that was so linear. It wasn't even funny. Like I don't know. Like the first game was
I
really
liked it.
fun, and that was linear. But what made it really good was again online co-op. You can tackle the campaign at its hardest difficulty setting with two other friends online. You know, the second game they took that away, which is what killed it. But they're like, oh, look at the multiplayer, look at all the skins. You know, it's like, well, why would you fucking make Bruticus DLC when he's not going to be in fucking scale? It just that didn't make fucking sense to me. And
I don't see Transformers as a multiplayer kind of like Call of Duty and all the other sort of games. I really don't. You don't get the really multiplayer feel for a Transformer. Now the co-op would be awesome, but multiplayer, I just didn't really have fun playing it as multiplayer.
Did anyone ever?
What's that?
My favorite part about multiplayer was getting the scout, like the Bumblebee class, getting really, really good at it, and then pissing motherfuckers off for hours at a time.
Yeah.
Turning invisible and like sneaking up and sniping motherfuckers. Oh, that was so much fun.
Did anyone ever play the old Armada game for PlayStation 2?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I have it.
Be Prime, or yeah.
Where they did what they basically started, what the internet basically ran into the ground, was use every decent movie quote and ran it to the ground. Yeah, where you hear David K go, I waited an eternity for this. It's over, Prime. And yeah, it was a good game. It was actually very entertaining. Yeah. It's better than that other PS2 game, the Transformers Future whatever one, where Optimus and Rodimus team up to fight Galvatron and Megatron. It's like really bad voice acting, like really fucking bad voice acting.
Yeah, the Japanese one it's a Japanese one that never came over to US for pretty obvious reasons. I have it. It's not horrible, but you gotta learn how to play it before you'll enjoy it. Like, if you just pick it up, it's pretty awful.
Okay. Yeah. I never heard of it. But...
We come from the future! No, don't tell him anything more.
You know what's weird about that? Is, like, that particular one, you can tell they're really trying, like, cause it's a Japanese game, but they have English dialogue in it, which is weird. and, like, you can tell they're trying to sound like Optimus Prime, and it's like, when the game starts, it sounds nothing like him, but then towards the end, like, the guy, like, figured it out really or something. He sounds way more convincing as Optimus at the end of the game. You're like, what happened? But, don't waste your money on it, because that one goes for a lot of money, and it's not worth buying.
Yeah, it's, the Armada was better. Cost. And I scored that shit at a fucking GameStop. Anyway.
Now I say that to say this. I'm not online. I have I have a 360. I got it when it first came out. And am I still on?
Yeah.
Yep. Word.
Yeah.
I got it when it first came out, and so it doesn't have like the built-in Wi-Fi, and it's in my basement, and there's no fucking direct hookup to it. So like I'm not online anyway. So I just play it for the sake of the campaign, and I love it. But I can see, when you say, like, what the other one had as far as online, that makes sense. But it was never a factor for me. I just played them both all the way through campaign-wise, and, I love it.
Yeah, that's what I got on both for, was campaign. I didn't really get them for the multiplayer. I played it for the campaign.
But, multiplayer is like most people buy fucking video games now for the online bit of it,
Right,
It's a standard.
Campaigns are like a thing of the past almost.
Sorry, go on.
Well, I was just going to say, what I would like to see happen for a Transformers game is do what they're doing with MMO and make that happen what they did with like DC Universe Online.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be pretty awesome. You make your own freaking Transformer, you go on missions, you download new content all the time, and, you have a fucking blast, but they're not going to do that. It's, I don't know why they wouldn't.
Big free roaming city, so you can use your alt mode to some benefit.
Yep. Which brings us to the next thing, which is our discussion for the week. Antoine is kind of stirring this up in the boards, or not on the boards, but on the groups, the Facebook groups this week, which is the question of, are you a G1 fan or a Transformer fan? Now, there's been people that have replied to this, and, like, I've just kind of lurked in all the fucking threads, but, like, there's been people that have replied to this, like, I don't understand the question, and think that they're extremely clever for that, and you're not, and I'll explain to you why. Because G1 occupies a certain space and time of a 30-year-old franchise.
Yep.
And if you're just a fan of that, then you're a fan of less than fucking 20% of the fucking franchise. So I was actually questioning myself for a bit. Like, I was like, damn, am I even really a fan of this shit? Like, when I listen to, like, guys like, fucking Deluxe Talk, or, like, I listen to Radio Free Cybertron, I listen to fucking Good Morning Cybertron, I listen to Canadian Slag, and, like, when those guys talk, and they talk about, shit that I have no fucking concept of, and I'm like, damn, am I even a fan of this shit, or am I just a G1 fan? But, I like IDW, I like Prime to an extent, I like the video games and stuff, so I think I am, more than just a G1 fan, but that's definitely where my root is, and I think the Transformers at this point is so much bigger than G1 that, you know, if you are a G1 fan, Transformers as a franchise may not be for you anymore. If that makes
Pretty
sense.
much. I mean, especially if you're the G1 purist, where it's alt modes are nothing, you know, beast modes are silly. I consider myself a G1 fan at the root, but I am a TF fan overall. I've given the worst series a chance and watched them through. I've watched the Armada, which was oof. I watched Energon. I watched Cybertron. I watched Beast Wars, RID. You know, I've watched every animated series to get my hands on. Headmasters, Victory Force.
We did that together, remember?
Yeah, we sure did. Like, good.
It was so much fun. Oh, you're blocking my hand? Oh, sorry. Whoa. Anyway.
Then you stole your DVD and betrayed our love. But
I still have it. It's on my hard drive. My hard drive. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on my hard drive. But, you know, I watched them all. I check them out. I've owned toys from all those. I've owned figures from all those series. Some have not made it long after I bought them. You know, but I mean, I consider myself a Transformer fan. I try to kind of delve into everything. I've read the horrific Dreamwave comics. You know, storylines like War Within that was just everywhere and disorganized as fuck, and with horrific artwork where I couldn't tell when one guy's arm began and the guy's face started when he was punching him.
You know what Dreamwave did? I liked the second wave of the Generation 1 comic that like the second story arc where like they had they had found peace on Cybertron or whatever, but it was like bullshit.
Yeah.
When the Dinobots come back into it, and like I forget what Decepticon it is that like squares off against them, but then like you turn the page and Slag is like tossing the head around of like the Decepticon that you just saw on the previous page that like squared up with them, and Grimlock's like tells him to cut it out because it's freaking him out.
That I didn't read. I made it on the first run when they had this big battle on Earth and stuff, and you know, and suddenly Devastator went from a bunch of construction vehicles combined to being something that his arm span was longer than the Golden Gate Bridge because they were fighting in San Francisco, and it just was just absurd. You know, and why would Megatron turn his head and be all shocked when in reality, hey, it's my guy Devastator. You know, and it's
you should read the second arc of that because it's pretty good. It kind of found its rhythm in the second arc.
I'll have to see if Comixology has that because I've been catching up on my Dark Cybertron saga, which is amazing. But a lot of that Dreamwave shit has just been like the earlier stuff has just been crap. You know, I never really like I just bought Stormbringer from Comixology. I'm going to be checking that out. I was told that was actually really good.
Yeah, that's a good.
Some of this earlier comic book stuff from Dreamwave was just, I didn't know what was going on. And I've actually, if I have to choose between owning either Dreamwave or the Marvel shit, the entire Marvel run, I'd rather buy the Marvel run.
Yep.
I actually have thought about, you know, like they have hardback editions now of like the complete Marvel series, both American and UK.
Yeah, I saw that.
And yeah, and they look fucking sharp on a shelf, you know, like it looks fucking like a legitimate thing. It doesn't look like, you know, sometimes when you get like a fucking bunch of trades, especially if they're not hardback, it looks like a fucking mess on your goddamn bookshelf, which I'm funny about, man. Like when I look at it, I'm like, it looks like a fucking, like a stack of magazines. Like I got a Rolling Stone collection. You know, but like,
you look at your comics and you're like, God, I look like a hoarder.
Right, exactly. Exactly. It's like fucking 18,000 different fucking colors. It's like the goddamn DVDs, you know, and the fucking Blu-rays. It fucking pisses me off when like I look at my DVD shelf and I got fucking 18 different sizes, different cases, different, you know, I like uniformity. I like all my shit to look the same, which is why I like that that fucking IDW hardback, you know, collector's edition run.
Freaking Hitler over here.
Yeah, that's good. To help you take care of that DVD problem, buy a DVD book and just chuck those cases.
Right,
and then your anger will go away. It did mine. It worked for me wonders.
Or start doing some fucking heroin or something. I mean,
yeah, one or the other.
Jesus Christ, I fear for your family.
It makes me fucking mad, man. Like, you know, like I sit there, like I'll try to throw away the outer box just to keep the inner box, just so the shit. And then I'll be like, fuck, that's not quite right. I'll have a slide a matchbook underneath one of them.
That's
Anyway.
OCD, bro. Go see someone. Field
Yeah,
mode.
it is a little bit fucked up.
Alt modes, bro.
But I do think that like if you're just and like I'm a G1 guy, like I don't know shit about Armada. I don't, you know, I couldn't tell you, like if you put 10 characters from Armada in a line, I couldn't tell you their names. I really couldn't. But like I do feel like that if you are that guy that's strictly, you know, 84 to 87 or whatever the fuck it ended, that you may not be a Transformer fan.
You're a nostalgist.
You know, you may just be a Transformers Generation 1 fan, and there's not to say that there's anything wrong with that, but when you're in like the fandom communities and shit, you have to come to the fucking awakening that you are going to be upset with most things, with fucking 80% of what people are talking about.
Yeah, if it ain't G1, it ain't shit.
Yep.
I mean, I've met people like that. I mean, I have a guy that I hang out, associate with, and he is G1 hardcore. I mean, he won't give any of the movie stuff anything after G1 a shot. I mean, he's giving the classics, because they're G1, and he's giving the new stuff. But I just think that I'm just like, man, you're missing out on, there are some good figures out there. I'm a G1 hardcore. I mean, I want to get the whole, series, as far as toy-wise. I want to get the G1 stuff. But I like the other stuff, too. I mean, I guess I'm a G1 fan, but I'm also a big Transformer fan. And
I think the difference is that you are a Transformer fan. Because, like, when I hear you say, the G1 stuff is good, but you're missing out on so much great stuff, like, in my head, my initial reaction was, are you, though?
I think you are. I mean, I really think you are. I mean, there's some good stuff out there.
I haven't seen it.
To kind of back up Deluxe is like, it's kind of weird. When you buy, for example, when you buy an Armada figure, I never owned an Armada Hotshot. I bought one recently at a flea market because he was like $2. When you own that Armada Hotshot and you see just how horrific that thing is, and then you go and you look at like your classic Seekers, you have a better appreciation for what you own. So now it's like, okay, hey, you're stuck with a $2 Transformer, but hey, congrats, you're not that idiot that bought them on eBay for $15.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can sit there and tell people, yeah, dude, that Armada Hotshot, it's crap. It's absolute crap. Ironically enough, my first TFCC figure that I bought from eBay, and I won them in an auction for $22 shipped, was the TFCC Dion, which was a repaint of the Armada Hotshot Classics figure.
Yeah.
That's absolute garbage.
Yeah.
And now I know it's absolute garbage, so I don't really need to own an Armada Hotshot is no longer there. You know what I'm saying? So you're able to sit there and talk about experiences like I'm talking about mine right now with those Armada figures. Like that Armada Megatron, he looks pretty sweet. I kind of wish his knees would fucking bend. And why does he come with a fucking shank in his left hand that flips out when you open it up? It's all about experience and being able to talk about it and conveying it to other people, because it's basically like the best thing I can say right now to sum it up is when you buy a bad figure, that experience is going to benefit you in the long run because you sat there and you went crazy. You were like, oh man, I really need to get my hands on that Henkai Classics Megatron Voyager, man. It's the redeco, but in the end, it's still kind of shit.
Yeah.
So you understand why you need that Hegemon more than anything. Or in my case, you understand why you regret selling that Hegemon more than anything.
Right.
So
G1 brings you back to your childhood. I mean, it just, some stuff when you look at, like you remember you got that as a child and it brings you back to them. And I love G1 and I always will love G1. But, I'm giving this new stuff a shot too. I mean,
I think it's also we need to start wrapping it up. But I think it's also the connection to the character. For some reason, some of those characters in G1 their personalities are like they're just so strong that they've kind of continued, like even into the IDW stuff, which is like which is kind of like an amplifier of G1. Is how I kind of see it. It's like they take like the principles of G1 and then they just fucking turn everything up.
I want to say one thing. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
As a kid, how many children cried their eyes out when Optimus Prime died in the first movie, and then you didn't really cry when he died in, Revenge of the Fallen?
Right.
I mean, that's how much connection you have.
Exactly.
I cried like a little girl when he first died. I mean, but the second time, he's gonna, he'll come back.
The second time I fapped uncontrollably. I was asked to leave the theater.
But I'm just saying, Bobby, how the connection you have to G1, characters. I mean, that's how you have a. Okay, right. I'm sorry, Craig. Right. You can go.
Now I was gonna say, so who are your favorite characters right now from, let's say, More Than Meets the Eye? Who's everybody's top 5 favorite characters? There's a point here. There's a point.
Right, I already see where you're headed with it, but Swerve, Whirl, which will solidify your point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think who the fuck else.
Cyclonus. I like Cyclonus.
I like Hot Rod, or I'm sorry, Rodimus.
Right.
Did I say Cyclonus? I think I meant Scorch. Nope, Cyclonus, that's what I meant.
Can everybody agree their favorite character is Swerve?
Kind of. Like, he's not up there, Skids.
I don't even remember Swerve from fucking G1.
Right.
G1 got you into it. IDW fucking keeps you into it. So it's like, you gotta look, man. It's a thing. Like, I mean, there's some people that are like, there are people that say that, like, Whitford Bay, Transformers would be dead. If it wasn't for fucking IDW, Transformers would be dead.
That's a very, very different. Wow, I kind of don't agree with that. I'm not trying to pander to the Bay fans.
I'm just saying. No, there's a point. There's a point. I'm not trying to debate anybody. I'm just trying to make my point because I haven't said shit this entire segment.
Because you've been fucking with pipes.
Because I mean, yeah, I've been fucking with pipes and fucking brains. You know who the fuck? Smart Robin. Yeah,
it's Brainstorm.
Point is, everyone's going to disagree.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to have something they like and something they like. And the fact that there is still Transformers, whether or not Hasbro's fucking it up, and go leave it up to a third party and make a good toy. But anyway, I mean, it's just the fact that it's there and we all love it. And none of us would have any connection if it wasn't for Transformers. So, I mean, to say you're a G1 fan only, I mean, that kind of cheapens it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I mean, Transformers is what it is.
Yeah, but I just think that my point is less about, whether or not to say that's the right way to approach it. It's kind of saying that, like, like if you're like a Beatles fan, you're like, oh, I'm a huge Beatles fan, man. I'm a huge Beatles fan, and you're like, well, what Beatles songs do you like? Oh, I only listen to their first album. Like, are you really a Beatles fan?
Yeah,
I can answer that. Well, I can get you. I'm not a Beatles fan at all, but I love Revolver. That's a great album.
But do you know what I'm saying though? Like David Bowie is like another great example. Like a guy that's had like a 30-year run or 40-year run of music. But like his first 2 albums sound nothing like anything else he's ever done. If you're just a fan of those first 2 albums, are you a David Bowie fan?
Yeah, no. Point made.
It's hard to answer. I mean, it's someone's point of view. I mean, it's a different.
Well, what about Pretty Hate Machine?
That's another perfect example. I've actually used that.
What if you're a fan of Pretty Hate Machine?
If you're just a fan of Pretty Hate Machine and you're not a fan of any other Nine Inch Nails record, you are not a Nine Inch Nails fan.
Who was slamming on their keyboard?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Somebody.
Antoine's got some news.
Somebody's mad on the internet.
Right. I don't have a computer. I don't have a computer.
Oh, okay.
Is that coming through my computer if I'm typing, like with wireless headphones? Yeah.
Wow.
Private chatting with stripper.
You got big fingers. Fucking goddamn.
I guess I don't know.
All right. Anyway,
calm down.
We can wrap up tonight. Look, we are on YouTube, Podomatic, iTunes, the whole bit. If you know another fucking forum for podcasts that you prefer, let us know. And if it is within our means, we will get it there. And all the notes, we have links to us collectively and individually. We've kind of been doing it a little bit on the Twitter recently, and Antoine and Deluxe have been fucking doing great jobs on promoting on the boards and on the pages. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Ask some questions. We didn't get any fucking questions this week, you lazy fucks. Ask some questions so that we can have something to talk about. And
I have a question.
ask us stuff. Stop being so damn un-American.
Right.
America!
And as my dear friend Oscar would say, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you next week.
You just bitch.
Oh, screw the ending up.